Namaste and welcome in the series of cybersecurity. This side is Meena and today I will discuss about what is the difference between network monitoring and network security monitoring and what is the importance of both of monitoring type in our organization and how they are beneficial for us. When we say network monitoring, means we are having a high level look at infrastructure, means we we stand on the top and we see, okay, these are the devices, networks, protocols, our bandwidth, our servers, our data centers, our devices, number of users, number of uh, routers, switches, or the hardware which we are using, how those are performed. Okay, are they available when they want, what speed of the download or upload, whether our user are able to access the resources which we allocated, okay, and what are the devices we are using. So being a network administrator, you can say, or it just when we are monitoring all these things, we need to take care of. So this is the prime objective of network monitoring. But in case of, if for example in our organization we are having a web server, understand, and that web server is open for outside users. So being a network administrator, he is observing like uh, whether the users coming from around the world, whether they are able to access that web server, it is performing well, whatever the load is coming on that web server, it is properly balancing it there, and what will the response time of our server. So each and everything that's under the observation of the network monitoring. But what happen if, for example, here is the hacker, okay, and he perform attack on that web server, say DDoS attack, and for certain time period our web server unavailable for legitimate use. Okay, so this is no more available for legitimate user which will come uh, to come from internet and have access on our web server. So here is the role of network uh, security monitoring. They are always in a mode just to find out, yes, okay, this is the traffic on our network, on our systems, on our data center, on our servers, which are having the different users. They are accessing those user and having a certain right to access the specific resources. Understand? Is that normally working, or we are finding out certain abnormality or the behavior of uh, certain protocols, certain traffic, okay, or users, they just always end up having lens in their hand like, and then closely observe each and everything. Understand? So their prime objective is just finding out any malicious payload. Okay, if some protocol is just behaving uh, uh, abnormally, they will just always in that. For example, say there is a database server, okay, and that database server, the administrator of that one DBA, okay, uh, he is at certain location and accessing that web server. It's normal, and just to change on the database or deleting some entries or making uh, entries into it or just transferring data from one server to another server, that's their prime job and he is performing it. That's okay, that's fine. But uh, if that DBA from different location, for example, say from Russia, and he is just trying to access that web server. So being a network security monitoring system, they just observe this cannot be possible. Our admin cannot be in Russia. Okay, might be the DBA compromised his or her credentials. Now the hacker who is accessing that credentials from Russia, but he is not the legitimate user. Okay, so uh, uh, stolen the credential of the DBA. So that's abnormal behavior. This is the task of the network security monitoring. Understand? Or a certain protocol is not having that much of the traffic to exfiltrate from the network. Okay, so so many time DNS traffic hackers use to exfiltrate the data. Understand? So they just keep and observing. Yes, this is the protocol not allowed to have a huge amount of data from our organization. So what's is happening into it? For example, that's encrypted and they're using with the DNS. Oh, that's abnormality. So they will keep watching on and just perform that act, because hacker needs only if they have um, foothold, we can say, or they already make an entry into our network. It will just take minutes to just exfiltrate the data whatever they want from our organization. So network security monitoring always is in the hunt whatsoever the resources in our organization. We need to keep running all those resources and just to keep safe from any kind of cyber attacks. This is the prime objective of the network security monitoring. Okay, there are a lot of tasks they are do apart from that, but this is the main objective of it. I hope you now understood about what is the difference between normal network monitoring and network security monitoring. So follow me on the cybersecurity prism and get the notification for the next interesting and informative session. Also share that session with friends, group members, as that they would be able to understand what is the difference between network monitoring and network security monitoring, and what is the importance of both of the types in our organization, because that's also overlap. Some of the what are the tools we are using, that's overlap. Sometimes the job responsibilities are also overlap, but still there's a difference. So, and in the next session I'm just going to discuss about what different types of DNS. So see you in the next session. Namaste.